Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to this series of video in which we are showing you how we can uh, create a vendor information table using the this report, which is the T code of which is mentioned in here. And as soon as we select it, it's all filled in, and we put our desired periods for which we want to extract our report, say 2019, for example, to okay, and then we execute the report. So it just starts bringing all the information and populates the vendor information in here automatically, right? So if we just to recap, we remove all these things, right? We have a blank table in here, and we execute it. So what happens that it takes you to the SAP, and it starts building the database from the on the basis of the downloaded data. And whenever it finds the vendor information, uh, so that is placed in a separate table. And because in the main table in which the line items are stored, we need only the vendor code. All the other information regarding a particular vendor, like address, etc. So they have to be kept in a separate table. So a new table, a blank table is made available for the system, in which the system will keep on updating. If a code is found, already entered into the vendor information, so the system will not do anything. And if the code is not found, then it will update the vendor table, vendor information table, right? Like this. So we started it with a blank one. Now, as soon as the process is completed for the 3 years, so it is telling you that all these 3 years are having means and then so many vendors, say 29 vendors are involved, who are the accounting clerk for them, what is the company code, right? So these are and the address information we can enter. Okay, so city, country, and etc. So we will do that. And but before we do this address thing, let's first of all resolve this issue, because you can see that in the vendor code, uh, uh, CO code, that is company code. This string is uh, is entered in by the system. Okay, that may be due to some problem in the data. So uh, we can address this issue directly. What we have to do is we go to uh, the macro in which we did the final fine tuning, right? Remember? So that was if any character, if you can remember, that was, I think, that was VLOOKUP. We use the VLOOKUP function, okay, and we've tried to find it in here. Okay, so this is not in this heat activate, but it is executed. Yeah, in the execute pro, we use this VLOOKUP. This was the VLOOKUP one. Yes, this was the one in which we did this company code, clerk, and this. We did it in our previous video, right? So this is the point where we can resolve this issue, which is apparently appearing in the vendor code master table. Okay, so we have to remove company code string whenever it encounters, whenever a vendor is here, when you have a vendor in here. So you just remove any company code string like this. It's equal to replace. Okay, we are saying replace. Okay, replace what? Vendor. Vendor is to be replaced with what finding? Okay, find is company code. Company code. CODE. Company code. If this is found in the vendor, then replace it with a null. That's it. Yeah. So this one command is enough to handle this situation for error. Okay. What we do here, that we remove it. We remove all this and see if the problem resolved or not. Okay, so what we do here to 2019, Okay, and we say execute. So it's going to rebuild the vendor information with the proper vendor code, having no extra characters like company code, etc., in the vendor code. So it is first of all gathering the data, then it will make up your sheet, the vendor information. In the end, you will see. Let's check that what we presume that this should solve the problem. So this does solve the problem or not. So one line rectification we used. Okay, so this is almost finished. And that's it. Okay, so the process is complete. Everything is ready here. Now, what we intend to do here is, yeah, you can see the company code which was appearing. Now it is no longer there. You have only the vendor code, right? So that's it. And all the rest of information have been intact. No change in that. So this is how we do the fine tuning, and we update the master record. And in our next session, we will put the vendor information because the address, the the vendor information has the addresses, city, town, street, etc. These all such things, as I can show you from here. So we get this date from here, for example, 1st of July to 30th of June. 30th of June. Yeah. Okay. And we run it. So the first thing will be the name. The second will be the street. The third will be the postcode. The fourth will be the city, region, and country. Okay. So six. So first one will be the name. Hmm? Okay. Name, street, postal code. Okay. So let's do some preparation for our next session, in which we will put names in this column and uh, name in this column, and the next is street, and then postal code and city. Then it's street, then postal code, and then country, then city, city, and then from country, right? A region. There is also a region. That's after city, before country. There is a region. Okay, so we give it. So country after the city and before the country comes the region. Okay, these are the preparatory work which we have done, which we will do it in our next video, inshallah. Thank you very much for watching.